Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit XTREMESCORING.info today.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the XMS season opening race for the RICMOTECH Truck Series, live from Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing. We had the duels last week. It is time to open up the year with the 250. I'm AJ Capola. Next to me is my wonderful friend, my broadcast partner. Welcome back to an actual points-paying race. Gary, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well, AJ. Thanks for having me in the booth with you again this season. It's going to be a really fun season. I'm really looking forward to it. 250 miles here at Daytona. It's not easy. We're here at the virtual World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway, ready to kick off another season at this historic venue and to be in the booth for points racing when it counts. So looking forward to tonight. Everybody wants to win this race and kick off the season on a good note. So I think we're in for an action-packed show here tonight for sure.
Yeah, so let's break down this race gear. It's 100 laps, 250 miles. We have a stage break, only one, at lap 30. Our front row starters were set via qualifying before the duels last week. Paul Irvin and Caleb Bacon. And then you have our duel winners who are going to start third and fourth respectively, Daniel Krim and Joe Darnell. Gary, you, out of all people and everybody watching at home, kind of knows how it works. You really want to start up front. Track position is key, but just because you're in the back does not mean you can't make your way up to the front.
Yeah, you can literally win from any position here. Going back and looking at some of the old stats, I mean, we've seen 3 different winners over the last 3 races here. A particular winner that sticks out in my mind that runs really good at Daytona. Well, is really none of these guys, because these guys aren't in the league right now. Never mind. But historically speaking, what we've seen, at least from last season and this season so far, Rominger really knows how to find his way to the front. Ed Sr. does as well. I'm looking at Michael Thwaites tonight as well as a guy that can be the guy to beat. But there's always one truck. He won the championship last season when it was on Tuesdays, but it was the Xfinity car. I think Justin Opplinger, the defending Tuesday champ, I think is going to be hard to beat this season. And he ran pretty good at Daytona last week until he made a mistake entering pit road. And I think that's going to be the biggest difference tonight, especially if we go green, AJ, is your pit road entry. That will make or break your race.
Yeah, we saw it a lot during the duels where they will get separated just so they don't run over each other. But we had multiple trucks Tuesday night and Wednesday night in the Xfinity cars go sideways, spin around, smack the inside wall. A lot of them used the grass on the infield to just miss other vehicles. Getting onto pit road from speed is definitely going to be key. A mistake on there is going to mess up your drafting partners. It's going to mess up the whole line. And while other teams, drivers, people that are working together, while they do it right, and if you make that mistake, you're looking at a huge deficit in time. Gary, what are we looking at for around a fuel number for this 250?
Well, roughly 30 laps. Could be more, could be less, depending on how the drivers want to save and or not save. They should be able to make it to the stage. Again, depends on the driver and depends on the team too. If you're wanting to sit here and dominate out front, you're not going to make it those 30 laps. You'll probably make it about 25, 28, somewhere in there. If you're running in the pack, like we could see Daniel Krim or Dalton Fredericks doing, or even Justin Opplinger, those guys that are starting in the back, and we've got a packed field here tonight. Excuse me. Those guys, wow, hold on.
Yeah, those guys have a lot of work to do.
Yes, those guys will have a lot of work to do, and we could see those guys save fuel to avoid all the chaos. Mike Campigio included in that as well, because he wrecked out of his duel last week. Unfortunately, was out of contention early. So, a lot of guys that are starting towards the back that, you know, they might save it and run the whole stage out. So we'll just have to see how things go and who wants to be aggressive and who doesn't.
So speaking of people that are wanting to be aggressive, We have driver cams once again this evening, and let's run through them real fast. We're not going to show you their cameras just yet. They're not really in the cars. You have Parker Landolt, Taylor Bertram, Ben Corson, Anthony Campbell, and Matt Cochran. Thank you to those drivers and those teams for letting us jump on board and get a view of what it's like to be in those trucks tonight. But yeah, Gary, the keys to win, the keys to finish well. I know you did your whole printout. It looks wonderful. What are the keys to a good finish or a win tonight?
Yeah, really, to me, it's three keys. Avoid the big one. Control your destiny. Control your race, the race. You really want to be up front, I feel. If you can maintain your track position all night long and being up front, I think you are going to put yourself in the best position to win. And then keeping your track position late in the race. We're going to see a lot of defensive driving, a lot of mirror driving, I think, late in this thing. And really, lifters are losers with about 10 laps to go here tonight. But I think if you can maintain your track position, you're going to be in a really good spot come late in the race.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this. The track is going to change from where we're sitting at right now. Gary, let's go over our pick. Because we had the duels last week, we're able to now give you guys a little bit more of an educated guess than we normally would, because we would normally do this right before qualifying. We would put our picks in, we lock them in on the Google Drive, can't touch them, don't pick anybody else. We're playing a little game this year. You get 5 picks of a certain driver, kind of like how NASCAR actually does their fantasy. We're going to be doing it here on All Star 15 TV on both Tuesday and Wednesday nights. And it's for the whole season. There's no reset when it comes to the playoffs. You don't gain more picks. So, Gary, who is your first pick of the year that you are going to check off for a usage?
Well, if I knew that we weren't going to have a reset, I wouldn't pick him, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. I'm going to pick the champion from last season on Tuesday nights. I'm going to pick Opplinger to win this race.
That's a good pick. After watching the duels, I can verify he's definitely fun to watch, and I'm excited to see what he does. But another driver that did fantastic in the duels, I'm gonna go with Michael Thwaites. I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. We saw he was able to just push anybody up towards the front, and it just seemed like right as the driver he just pushed got to the lead, the driver would ditch him, and then he'd have to redo it all again. It was amazing watching Thwaites go from third or fourth on the outside and just keep pushing new leaders towards the front in his duel. So everybody at home, I know there's going to be a huge fan base for Campbell like there was last week. But who are you rooting for? We want to hear from you. Chat rooms are open.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube.
As we say, comment in the lounge, y'all. Comment in the lounge. We want to hear your picks.
We definitely know.
Well, read your picks because we can't hear you.
we definitely know there's going to be a lot of Campbells.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a lot of Campbell picks here tonight for sure.
Well, Gary, we are just about 3 minutes away from hitting the grid, getting this thing started. One last time, we are going to take a commercial break. When we return, it'll be all RICMOTECH Truck Series for you this evening. I'm Agent Pola, that is Gary Wells, and you're watching All Star 15 TV.
Search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
We are back, everybody. It is almost race time. 10 seconds left in that warm-up. The drivers' meeting has been done. The drivers are in their trucks, waiting for the grid. There's the checkered flag on the wonderful tower. But glad to have you all with us right here on All-Star 15 TV. Hit that like button, subscribe, do the follow stuff. Gary Wells, AJ Capola, glad to have you all in the chat talking it up. Gary, let's hit that wonderful starting lineup. On the front row, you have the driver of the number 48 Chevy Silverado, Paul Irvin. Outside pole, the Toyota Tundra of Caleb Bacon. In your second row, Daniel Krim, Joe Darnell. In row number 3, Michael Thwaites, Dalton Fredericks. Row 4, Parker Landolt and Hunter Hastings. And row number 5, rounding out that top 10, Anthony Campbell and Joshua Vidal. Gary, take us to 20.
All right. In 11th place, we've got that 94 of Corey Andon. In 12th place, we've got Sean Garrett. 13th place is Caleb Lamb. 14th is Matt Cochran. 15th is Ben Corson. 16th is going to be Mike Rominger. 17th is going to be Ed Morris. 18th is Justin Hopplinger. 19th is Aiden Turner. And rounding out that top 20 is Logan Coker.
All right, everybody. You're going to see the drivers float through the rest of the screen. Gary, we're going to take one parade lap for everybody at home or everybody at the stands listening to us. Get up on your feet. Let's see you wave these drivers by. Dude, I'm excited for this. It has been a long time coming. We've been talking about broadcasting XMS for, it feels like, forever. It is now here. Oh, this is going to be fun. But looking at all the makes and models in the race tonight, holy Chevy Batman.
Yeah, we got a lot of Chevys in this race. I could probably count on my hand how many Fords there are. I want to say there was probably 2, maybe 3, and the same amount of Toyotas too. I mean, it's very sparse out here to say the least, but definitely a very Chevy dominant field tonight.
I mean, if you're just looking at our top 10, you have 1 Toyota and 2 Fords, the rest are Chevys. That's absolutely insane. We know Chevy's got a lot of people down in their pipeline, but wow, it comes all the way down to XMS, the RICMOTECH Truck Series. Season opening race at Daytona International Speedway. Race number 1. This is going to be wild. If anything from the duels can move over, Gary, we are looking for a very, very good race.
Yeah, I think we're in for a treat tonight. I mean, I've been saying that the last couple of days, even before we went live tonight. I think this is going to be one for the books. And AJ, we're just wrapping up the grid timer here right now. About 13 more seconds here, and these guys are going to be rolling off the grid for that one parade lap. Next week, once we get into a little more real racing, so to speak, we'll be pulling the pole sitter in here. We've got a whole bunch of other stuff ready for next week with y'all, but I am ready to get this thing going. Looks like everybody's getting ready to roll here, AJ.
Yeah, grid timer has expired. We are getting ready, waiting for the formation lap to start. There it is, everybody. We have 32 trucks on the racetrack this evening. It's going to be a good one, but let's give you some details about tonight's race right on your screen. Daytona, tri-oval, 2.5 miles. We're looking at banking sitting at 31 degrees, 18 at the start-finish line. The front stretch is right around 3,800 feet long, and the back stretch is just about 3,000 feet long. So a lot of room. We're going to see a lot of trucks try to push that 3 wide, Gary. I don't know how early on we're going to see it, because it took a little while for the duels to finally move to 3 wide.
Yeah, those were half-size fields, though, last week, if you think about it there, AJ. I think we could see it early. I don't think we're going to see it right away. But as this race goes on, especially toward the end of stage 1, I think we could see it. These guys also have 5 sets of tires in the pits. And again, that fuel window is about 30 laps. So
Gary,
should be
we already have an incident on the racetrack.
Oh, we do? Who wrecked?
Hunter Hastings.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Not the fry truck.
I don't actually know what happened there. I'm going to back that up since we have a little bit of time. It looked like he blinked out.
Yeah, his quality is dropping severely.
Ouch. Well, here we go, everybody. Pace car for the first time this season is going to duck for cover down pit road. There he goes, and we are green to start the 2024 RICMOTECH Truck Series season. Already that inside line, Gary, is put together rather well. Multiple trucks opting to start from pit road.
Yeah, so whether they're opting to start from pit road or they had internet issues to start this thing, not ideal to start your season from there. But, like we said earlier, you could win from anywhere. So we'll just see what happens here as we get ready to unfold this thing.
Yeah, that inside lane already looking like they have no problem. Daniel Krim, who won his dual race, dual number 1, backwards, is pushing Paul Irvin up front, and the first lap of the year is going to go to that number 48. There it goes. 1 lap down, 99 to go.
That's right. 99 laps of racing to go here at Daytona already. These guys are still bunched up pretty good. I mean, the first 29 trucks here I'm seeing, they're all within 2 or 3 seconds of each other. So, lot of racing still to behold here, and a lot of guys taking it easy early on.
Yeah, that inside lane though is very much pulling ahead from the first truck on that outside lane, which is Caleb Bacon. But to your point, Gary, you go from Paul Irvin, you have to drop all the way back to 16th position, now 17th position, to finally get a second back. So that's a lot of trucks within a very short period of time.
Yeah, and one thing that we'll need to watch today, AJ, as well, and showing the track temp. The ambient temp 83 degrees Fahrenheit. The track temp is 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So something we'll have to monitor throughout the race as we get going into this thing. So the truck is going to be a little bit slick here with how the track surface is, with how hot it is. So I think we might see a little bit of handling come into play here. Although it is Daytona, you'll still hold it wide open, but definitely something that you'll feel as we get later on in the runs.
Yeah, and as you mentioned that when we take those pit stops, I don't actually know if a lot of these drivers are going to take tires, especially if it's under green. If it's under yellow, you take those tires because like you said, that slick racetrack is going to play a huge factor.
Yeah, and there's something about having 4 fresh tires that make you feel good a little bit coming out of the pits, especially under caution. You get a little more stability. Where in the if you don't change tires like under green and those kind of things, you really have to watch coming out on the apron as you're getting up to speed because it is really dirty down there. A lot of marbles collect down there, so you're really on eggshells your first couple laps coming out of the pits on old tires.
Waits going to the point. Can he get there? He's got Caleb Bacon and pushing him on the outside. You still have your normal front 2 on the inside, Irvin and Krim. But
I think he got it. He got it by 26 1/1000ths of a second. By inches there, guys.
yeah, we're going to see that all night. And they're racing to lap 30. That is for the stage. That outside lane, a complete difference from what we started this race with. Looking very put together, very strong. The only 2 really put together on that inside lane is Irvin and Krim. You have Parker Landolt in the 86. You know, he's given a little bit of cushion to Krim, which is good. But they're not pulling away like they were. You see the 23 Subway Chevy Silverado of Anthony Campbell, but
Or Subway, as he likes to be called, apparently.
but let's actually jump to it, Gary. It'll be the first time showing off our drivers. Let's start running through those driver cams early on. That one. There he is. Here's Anthony Campbell. He's
There he is, and all geared up. There you go, fans. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, this is a nice feature. I'm happy a lot of drivers wanted to get on board for this. I think it's cool to see what it's actually looking like for these drivers as they're going 180 to 195 around this super speedway.
Yeah, and look at the focus that Anthony has there. As I'm watching the stream on YouTube, so I'm a little delayed, but look at the focus that he's got on his face right there. That guy, he is just watching everything happen. You're kind of looking in your mirror. You're looking at the windshield. You're kind of doing multiple things at once. You see him clip the apron right there in turns 3 and 4. You know, everybody's just focused right now and trying to maintain their stuff and just click off laps. That's the main goal here right now. We're 8 laps into this thing. So it's all about getting to the stage. That's your first race, as I like to call them, with these stages. And then the real race begins for the Daytona 250 about lap 32, lap 33 when we throw that green flag again.
Yeah, we also have Parker Landolt.
And we are closing in on some lap traffic here, AJ. The 69 of Hunter Hastings is going to pull to the apron here and go a lap down early.
Yeah, appreciate him pulling to the apron. Shows a lot of driver awareness. Knowing you are very much a moving chicane, for lack of better terms.
Well, especially here at Daytona, you want to give everybody as much room as you possibly can. As we're taking a pop through all these cams here. Ben's got a nice setup. So does Matt. Looking at all these rigs out here. Everybody's got their own thing going on here, and you know, good to see these guys willing to share the cam and let us take a peek at what's going on in their world a little bit as we race on.
Yeah, we are 9 laps in. nothing but chaos up front, swapping leads. Paul Irvin still your race leader, but now on the outside being pushed by the 29 of Joe Darnell and, can I say teammate Joe Darnell?
That is a teammate. So, I mean, they are teammates. So we do have team points that we are awarding again this season. Team championship on the line, and it's good to see Darnell Racing running a 1-3 early here on in this race.
Early on, Caleb Bacon moves down to that inside lane to cut off Daniel Krim. You have Paul Irvin, Joe Darnell, Joshua Vital, your top 5.
Look like some 3 wide here as we got Logan Coger trying to make the extreme outside work here early on.
You know, he got it up there. He got it up to about 2nd on the outside. But with no helping him up there, you're going to have to fall back in line, or at least try to.
There's only so much side drafting that you can do. Yeah, you definitely need a helper up there, as we get further on into this thing.
Yeah, and as we get further on into this thing, maybe when we get towards the stage, you're going to try that, and somebody's going to fill the hole that you were just in and not let you back in line, and you'll just sink like a rock.
Like a Chevrolet.
Yeah.
I can't say that because I drive Chevys, and you guys will see me on the racetrack tomorrow. But just keep that in your back pocket. Chevys in the 90s, dropping like a rock.
Paul Irvin using Joe Darnell to put him back towards the lead. He's got it for the time being. Can he hold on to it when they hit the line? Yep. That 48 leading another lap. But as we're going to go a little bit further back, Gary, as we're seeing some huge lane shifts, and that's really being done by Parker Landolt in the 86, or even the 77 of Caleb Lamb. Caleb Lamb last week was very strong in that 77 before getting turned.
Yeah, he's definitely got a knack for the draft. Definitely going to be one of those guys to force to be reckoned with when we come here, and then when we go to Talladega in the season finale. But I know that he's been working on the other types of tracks, but that's next week. This week, we get to talk about how well he does in the draft. He's got a knack for it, knows how to manipulate the air. Not going to say that he could see it, because only Dale Earnhardt could see the air, but definitely one of those guys to watch as we get further into this race. He's going to be a dark horse, I think, for tonight.
Yeah, I think so as well. He was very strong, like I mentioned, in the duel before getting wrecked out. I think it was him and Krim for the majority of the duel. Or Thwaites. Changed my mind. I think it was Thwaites. But a little bit of a blinking issue from Landolt there. I just saw him shoot down the leaderboard and pop back up into that 8th position.
Good old internet racing sometimes. It happens.
And it's scary for everybody else.
That's right. That's right. Well, thanks, Jake, for wishing us luck and having a good race/stream. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Just catching up on some comments here. Race Car 64, that's Jacob Jensen. Yeah, he raced first last season. Taking a season off this season, but good to see that he's here in the YouTube's chat, just chatting it up with us. So, but yeah, gonna be a good season here, AJ. I'm really looking forward to it. Already been some good racing so far, and we're only 14 laps into this thing, and we'll be halfway to the stage here next time by.
Yeah, and if we're gonna see what we have been right to the stage, I can't tell you who's gonna win the stage. I just can throw my money in on it's gonna be either the 48 or 35. Only 2 leaders we've had so far. I know Krim had a shot before the 35 went from high to low and blocked him from the lead. But so far, it's nothing but Irvin or Bacon on that front row.
Yeah, our front row starters are doing some front row things as we've got an incident here, AJ. Not sure.
That's Taylor Bertram.
Oh, no, not Taylor. Oh, boy. Let's take a look at the replay here. Oh, looks like he was in the middle there, AJ.
There's
Oh,
the 5 in the middle, the 21.
could that be some net code there? Let's take a look at the blimp cam here, AJ.
Eric Driggins. And the 92 of Dustin Carroll. And yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, it looks like there is some net code there, possibly there, AJ. Very, very unfortunate for the 5.
Huge hit for the 5.
Yeah, huge hit for the 5, but that is a net code, AJ. I see daylight in between those two trucks.
There was a lot of daylight between both of them. That brings out
definitely hard to see that. I know Taylor, he was looking forward to the race here tonight, and I know Eric was too. Shame to see those guys go out with the net code here in the first half of stage 1 here.
Yeah, and that 5 is going to have a lot of lengthy repairs, as you can see smoke.
Well, AJ, they got 5 sets of tires, and strategy is out the window.
Yeah, especially now.
For the rest of the state. So we're going to see a sprint race to the end of this thing. By the way, track temp has gone up 5 degrees since we started this deal, so I think everybody is going to want 4 fresh tires and top it off with fuel.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need the fuel. They do get 5 sets of tires. If this was a green flag pit stop, I doubt they take the tires like I think we both mentioned earlier. But now this makes it to where you don't have to worry about it. Gary, you think this is going to allow them to get more aggressive to the stage?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody was kind of playing it safe and waiting for the pit stops. And then after the pit stops, they were going to get aggressive. We're here now. Now that you don't have to worry about a green flag pit stop, you're going to come in here, take your 4 fresh tires, and get out and be well on your way. So I think it's really going to help the race. And I think we're going to see everybody be pretty aggressive as the 29 almost spins it coming off pit road there with the 47. And I tell you, if they were not on pit road, that 47 would have gotten taken out. But 6900 Hastings is your lucky dog. He is taking that now. Of course, pace speed here being 60 miles an hour, and the on pit road, and then the pace speed I believe is 70 miles an hour. So
on pit road,
60 on pit road. The pace car speed limit is 70.
Oh, okay. I had that mixed up in my head. I was like, that doesn't sound right. But our first caution of the evening happens on that lap 15. Going to 30 for the stage, 100 for the race. You're watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the XMS RICMOTECH Truck Series live from Daytona International Speedway, the season opener, Daytona 250. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
We are back, just about ready to go green. Paul Irvin on the inside, Caleb Bacon to the outside. Your row 2 on the inside, you have Joe Darnell, and outside, Daniel Krim. This is going to be a very telling restart to see if Daniel Krim could
green flag.
push on the outside, which I wouldn't be surprised if he could. But that inside lane with a great launch. Both the 48 and 29 get away nicely, but are they too far out?
Yeah, those teammates had a blinding restart there. I guarantee you Paul was counting it down for Joe Darnell there in their team room. Just telling him, hey, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. And then he went. And so did the 29. So
almost worked perfectly. They're going to move to that outside. That's going to open up the door for the 17 of Sean Garrett working with Daniel Krim on the inside.
look at Sean Garrett going down to the inside and making it work. He's going to take the lead here.
Yeah, he's going to pull away by almost...
That's going to make Joe Hutchings in the chat very happy. That is his truck, the Hutch PC Chevrolet Silverado.
There it is, another driver to lead a lap. 17 is Sean Garrett, who's up 11 spots from where we started. And if you want to talk about moving up in the field, Adam Capps, the driver of the number 2 Toyota Tundra, plus 20, 29 to 9th.
Yeah, he's going to be a guy to watch. I think he's just been slowly just picking his way through this field and trying to get to the front here. Maybe score some stage points here in the next 10 laps or so.
Mike Campiggio just hit the parachute, got out of line, and he went from 15th all the way back to 28th.
Yeah, he does that. He doesn't like being out front or in the middle of the pack. He either wants to be in the very front or in the very back. Can't say I blame him if you're trying to avoid some crashes there, but yeah, he's definitely one that likes to wait until the end of the race to make his moves.
As up front, it is still Garrett and Irvin leading both bottom and top lanes respectively, as a great push from the outside lane, starting all the way back with the 86 of Parker Landolt.
Yeah, the 29, the 35, and the 48 are all right here. The 25 of Logan Coger is there as well. And this outside lane is about to get very, very intense because we saw Logan make it 3 wide earlier. I think he's going to do it again. Here he comes, right on cue. Thanks, Logan.
You said that, but nobody is going with him.
Nope, they are going to leave him stuck in the outside. I just want to see somebody get stuck in the middle so I can sing.
But Parker, every time he's done that, every time the 25 of Coger has done that, Parker has let him back in line. When is that going to run out?
I don't think he's going to let him back in line after we get to about 10 to go. Yeah, coming off of turn 4 one more time, Sean Garrett has the lead. Paul Irvin is going to have a really good run. Let's see who's going to lead the lap this time here, AJ. I think it's going to be Sean, and it is.
That last second push from Daniel Krim is really what's helping Sean Garrett stay out front. Because coming off of turn 2...
if it was Talladega, it would have been Paul that would have been leading that lap, probably.
It's amazing how good of runs that top lane gets coming out of these turns.
And then the key thing there, AJ, as you know, as you've seen at many broadcasts and with me being behind the wheel, it's just all about who you have with you in that outside lane. You need to have 3 or 4 guys that are really strong, really good pushers, and a really good leader. Paul's a really good leader. Joe likes to do the pushing, and everybody just kind of falls in line after that, and they're really good at holding a steady line.
But you talk about a steady line, why don't we jump on with the driver of the number 23, Mr. Subway, Anthony Campbell. Just watch how nice of a wheel that is. Yeah,
he's doing really good right here, hanging on to that 8th spot. Wouldn't be surprised if that's a guy that we see try to make some moves here in the next few laps, but definitely holding a pretty steady wheel right there. He's got Caleb in front of him. That's a teammate. Oh, we got the 10 that got bounced off with the 25 here in the back. They keep it straight.
And this whole front pack, anybody behind Matt Cochran, who is in that 23rd position, has lost the draft.
Yeah, I think Cochran's on the very, very edge of that lead draft. If he loses any more ground, yeah, he's definitely going to get pulled away from. But he's right there with the 32 and the 20. He should be able to get a little bit of draft here and stay right with these guys here.
Yeah, these trucks need to stay in line, need to work together if they want any shot to close back into that front pack. Because that number 4 of Matt Cochran is still pulling away and pulling away by a lot.
Yeah, he's right there with them now here, AJ. So everybody is all good here, but you could tell there is definitely a second pack that is led by Mike Rominger, Ed Morris, the primetime boys back here.
Oh, jeez.
What happened?
Anthony Campbell pops the apron going into turn 1, sending everybody around him in
here comes Opplinger in the middle
ways.
now.
51 with a great push to the 25. You know, Koger's been looking for somebody to help him
And
get towards
he
the
is
front.
stuck in the middle with you, let me tell you.
And he is going to the front. He's got the help. He's got the
And
draft.
he's got the side draft. He's got the optimum side draft right there to be able to make that middle lane work. Now he's got Ben right here to that he's pushing. And Sean led that lap by 3/100ths of a second on the nose. But yeah, he's got that 25 pushing him there. Looking at Ben on the outside lane here.
Ben doing a really good job being able to take the pushes from Logan Koger.
Yeah, Logan is definitely one of the more aggressive pushers in the league at these places, and really just the most aggressive guy when it comes to plate racing in general. So,
Gary, with us coming to 2 to go, pits are closing, and we are about to crown our first stage winner of the year.
yes, we are, and the pits are closed now. Should be
Oh,
closing
look
anyway.
at that. Koger is getting a little greedy, and I think it's going to hurt him.
Yeah, he got a little greedy there, wanting to go to the outside, and it's not that time yet. Nobody wants to go with him, so he's going to pull out the parachute like he's an NHRA dragster there.
Did you see
Pull
that?
on the parachute. See you later.
Keelan Harvick was in a drag today? A dragster?
I did read about that today, yes.
Kid's going to go places.
Yeah, bye-bye Koger indeed, Scott. Here we go. White flag this time for the stage. Final lap. Not the white flag. I think we're going to see a 3-wide finish for the stage win here. What do you think, AJ?
If they keep it all going the right way, probably. I wouldn't be surprised, but who is going to go where? The 17 of Garrett, the 10 of Corson. Oh, as they get
Here
really
comes
close
Paul,
together.
I knew it! And now Ben's stuck in the middle with nobody. Nobody to help him. There he goes. Back to the back with Parker Landau. He's going to lose a lot of precious stage points. Oh, the 2s bouncing off the fence, the 92's in it. Everybody keeping it straight here, AJ, toward the back. But here we come off of turn number 4 to the stage. Who's going to get it? I think it's going to be the 48. Let's see what the scoring says at the line.
No, the 17 of Sean Garrett.
Wow, Sean was able to pull that out, and the caution should be coming out any moment now. That is the stage.
Unless they're going to the... There it is.
There is the caution from race control.
Joe's going to be very happy. Sean Garrett winning the first stage of the year. Hutch PC all over that Chevy Silverado. We're going to be talking to that driver after pit stops.
To give you guys an update on how far the 25 fell back, He fell back to 20th place. That's where he's going to finish stage 1.
Ouch. They're gonna collect the pace car. Gary, what?
The pace car is at the exit of turn 2, so they are catching it right now. And then they will open the pits. Once they have their pit stops, we will actually pull Sean in here for an interview.
What an eventful stage 1, pal.
It was very eventful. Those last 5 or 6 laps, I kind of had a feeling it was going to get aggressive. It was going to get dicey, and it was all that and more. And Sean Garrett able to pull it out. That's a good sight to see there. He hasn't been on iRacing much here lately, so I'm sure that's going to be a boost of confidence for him. I know it's only Daytona. I know it's easy to get around here, but anytime that you can win a stage here at Extreme, and I know Scott will back me up on this in the chat, anytime that you can win anything in Extreme, it's a good time.
Absolutely. Pits should be open this time by... It's going to be weird that the whole field is not bunched up about to take pit stops.
Yeah, it looks like Ed Morris Sr. here is probably going to be our lucky dog candidate.
I don't even have him a lap down.
Oh. Hold on.
First
Sorry.
truck
I
we
lied.
have a lap down.
Eric Driggins is going to be our lucky dog candidate. Sorry.
Here we go. Pit stops are starting.
Oh, the 20's around. What on earth is happening here? 20 truck. Dalton Fredericks is around.
Back that up and take a look at that. Did he just lock it up?
It looked like he might have tapped the brakes or something. Not sure what happened there, but all of a sudden that wheel just went dead right. I don't know if he had a hardware issue or something there.
Oh! Ooh.
Something he'll have to look out. Good thing he didn't hit that wall too terribly hard.
And there goes the 17 off of pit road. Let's get ready to talk to the driver, the number 17. Looking for
Yes, sir. Looking for him here.
I got him.
Gotta find him. You got him. All right, cool. Sean Garrett, Gary Wells, and AJ Capole in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Well, not a whole lot because we're just watching you. How stressful was it to win that stage there, bud?
It wasn't too bad. It's been some good racing, really tight, really close. So, been exciting and just kind of focusing on strategy right now.
Well, we're sorry to pull you during your strategy talk there, but anything else you want to talk about here? You're getting ready to take the green. Going to be pretty straightforward. Picking top or bottom here?
Probably bottom, I would assume. Worked for me last time, so why not keep going?
There you go. All right. Well, congratulations on the stage win, and hopefully we'll be talking to you later.
Alrighty, thank you guys.
All right. There's your stage winner. Sean Garrett, everybody.
Yeah, and wherever he goes, he's got a teammate to push him. Because he's got Daniel Krim in the 47, then Ben Corson right there. So he can pick top or bottom, and he's going to have a teammate to help him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's got teammates all around him there, and he's done a really good job so far in the season. Big props from the sponsor there. We saw it in the chat. I know we didn't mention it in the stage win interview there, but really cool to see, our sponsors even watch our racing here and not just, driver that not only that support our league, but also that support drivers in the series as well.
Yeah, it's amazing to see what we have as a fan base, whether it's XMS, any of the drivers, any of the sponsors on these trucks, any of the sponsors that sponsor the channel, or if you just like me and want to just watch awesome racing, it works the same. We are happy to have you here. They're happy to have you here. Gary, we're getting ready to start the final stage. We're going just about 65, 67 laps. To lap 100 to complete the Daytona 250. We have a lot of racing to go. We have a lot of lead changes to see. I'm excited for it. If anything from the first stage is going to move over, it's going to be, can these trucks keep getting pushed over the edge? We've saw massive pushing from multiple cars back, can these drivers for the rest of the race be able to hold those pushes as they become more aggressive?
It's going to be a telltale sign, because we noticed in the duels last week, if you push way too hard, it was going to knock you sideways. So it really depends on who's pushing you and and how hard and how aggressive they want to shove you through the corners there. So, but it's going to be interesting. I think these guys are going to take it easy until about 30 to go after that last pit stop here, and that's when I think the race is really going to start and things are going to get real aggressive. By the way, with that stage win for Sean Garrett, we're getting ready to take the green here, AJ. We'll come back to that.
We'll let those engines get loud as there they go. Green flag back in the air. And that inside lane is gone.
But yeah, one thing I wanted to point out, that is going to give Sean a playoff point, and that did give him 10 bonus points for winning the stage.
Inside lane doing really good. Ben Corson just pushing that 17 out there. Has teammate Anthony Campbell right behind. There's Warrior Enterprises or affiliate all over this top 5.
Yeah, I think the guys just wanted to take it easy. The first stage there. Now the stages are over. Now it's time to get after it and go for the big prize. Thinking big picture. Time to go for that win here in the Daytona 250.
We just got going racing again. Thank you, RICMOTECH, for being the title sponsor of both the Truck Series and Xfinity Series tomorrow night. XTREME Scoring. Go check that out. It's down in the description. Also, the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast, the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Gary and Mike Campiggio both have the Off and Turn 1 podcast. And then Falcon Grafix. Use code ALLSTAR15TV when talking to Mick Olofsson to save $10 on your first vehicle wrap. As that outside lane of Ben Corson with a heck of a shot. But here comes Anthony Campbell to send Sean Garrett back to the point.
Yeah, sending Sean Garrett back to the point there. Those two guys working together, the 17 and the 23.
And what do you know, the 25, Logan Kogar, back to that outside. He's just taking the runs as they come.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys where if you remember watching Tony Stewart or Dale Earnhardt Jr. or even Dale Sr. back in the day, it's one of those things, if you got to run and you see it, you just go with it. And he is definitely taking every single run that he can, drafting off of guys individually just so he can work his way up to the front. And he is an independent, so he knows that it's going to be kind of hard to just pick and choose his way up through the field and having friends to work with out there.
See the number 4 right on your screen. He's running about mid-pack, but just to show you how much of a difference is from stage 1 through pit stops, when he went into pit road at the stage, he was right around that 23rd position. He's all the way up to 17th and climbing.
Yeah, that 49. Well, who are we talking about there?
Matt Cochran.
Matt. Yeah. Oh, hey, Matt. Yep, up into that 15th position there at the line there. But yeah, we're showing him as 17th now. But you know, he's definitely one of those guys where he would rather methodically work his way through the field, and I think he's kind of saving himself and saving the truck for the end of this race.
Oh, we lost Parker, unfortunately.
Oh.
There's Anthony and Ben. Ben up front. Riding shotgun with that number 10 on the outside.
Yeah, these guys are definitely ultra focused right now, especially Ben leading that outside lane. He's going to be looking in his mirror. He's going to be looking out front. He's just kind of sitting there holding a pretty wheel right now and just trying to, manage the gaps as they come.
I just love watching these cameras and seeing how focused they are. As that outside lane is starting to deteriorate a little bit.
Yeah, definitely one of those things to see the hyper focus on all these drivers here tonight.
Got a little bit of a 3 wide there as Kogar once again making moves to that outside. He keeps taking a couple positions at a time. We saw him pass the 54.
Out there trying to block the 25 there. I don't know how well that's going to work for him, but
well,
he's going to try.
You block the outside, he's just going to go to the inside and put it 3 wide there too. As him and Irvin are going to work together.
Yeah, odd pairing there. Wouldn't expect to see that happen. Oh, 35 kind of moving up the racetrack there. 25 in the middle there, trying to get some draft. He'll go back up there with Paul on the straight. And that's the thing, too. You got to keep your momentum up as best as you can. And let's see. Kind of splitting up that outside lane.
Oh,
I think Ben and Daniel here are going to fall back just a hair.
We are 3 by 3.
You know, there's a thing 2 by 2. I know a guy if you need to build an arc. But 3 by 3. This is not the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and this is not the Indianapolis 500. Don't change the channel.
This is the Daytona International Speedway, and we've seen 3 wide work for a while, but it does deteriorate at some point. One lane is going to get the better run, and either all hell is going to break loose, or we're actually going to...
Well, I can tell you that Paul does not want to be where he's at right now.
Nope.
He even said on the radio just now that he wants to go to the back. And I don't know if Kogar got the message or if Kogar really cares.
I don't know if he can go to the back from the outside.
You can. It's doable, but not ideal, especially when you got an aggressive driver like that 25 right there. Ben leading that lap. Congrats to Ben. Nice work.
Another lead change.
Another lead change. We're going to see a lot of those here tonight. We've seen a lot of them in the past here at Daytona. Usually anywhere from 30 to 40 a race here. So I think that's just going to continue to climb as we get more into this thing. Oh, and the track temp, guys, if y'all have been paying attention and how big of a nerd I am when it comes to this track temp, it has fallen back down 5 degrees. It's back down to 104 where we started this thing.
There it goes, back down the 2 wide.
Yep, everything just kind of calmed down there now. Now Paul is just ready to hang out for a little bit. And we're going to be coming up on pit stops here pretty soon. I know we're about halfway through, not even halfway through. We're about not even 10 laps into this fuel run here. But these guys are definitely going to start thinking strategy here over the course of the next 8 laps or so.
And I really think they can do 2 wide, no problem. It's when you get to 3 wide, that's when the intensity picks up. We saw it with Ben's face.
Oh. Sorry. I just saw in the outside lane that the 47 and the 10 got separated. The 25 pushed the 47 in the corner, and I thought that Daniel was going to get turned. I thought he was going to go nose first in the outside fence.
I saw it brewing. I was waiting for it. I'm happy you're up in the broadcast booth with me, because if it was Wednesday night, Campigio would have blown my eardrums out.
Well, it didn't. A crash didn't actually happen, so I'm just here. Well, it looks like Hunter Hastings was not in the draft again, and so he is out in front of these guys, and he's about to go a lap down again. Here he goes.
And I really thought that whole outside lane was going to just plow right into
was
the back
going to
of him.
LePage right there. Is that what you were thinking?
Yep.
Here comes the 10. He is going to lead this lap by a country mile. Really big push there from the 47 and the 25. Really, really aggressive pushes here.
Oh, you saw the 10 really wiggle entering 1. And Krim just gets out of the gas and lets Corson regroup.
There is something about with how these trucks work now, AJ, and I noticed this with the Xfinity car too, where if you're pushing somebody or if you're being, especially if you're being pushed, the wheel really likes to get light there in that entrance to one there, to where you're sideways and you're turning right just to save the truck, and you got to do a quick right-left hand motion just to make sure that the truck stays underneath you. It's a very, very odd feeling, and it's not a great feeling when you're going 190 miles an hour.
Yeah, I wouldn't assume that it would be a nice feeling. Whenever you don't have control of the truck at that speed, I'm happy I'm in the broadcast booth. Let me put it that way.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Ben's kind of migrating out towards the seam there, and then now he's going to pick up the 17 here for a side draft down the straightaway. He's got the run here from the 47. He's got a big, big, big push.
And just a little bit of fun here. We are just a couple subs away on YouTube from hitting 500. We're sitting at 494. So if you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Appreciate everybody for being here. We have a heck of a race to go. Just under 55 remaining. And you haven't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, we're getting ready to see some pit stops here in the next few laps. It's gonna be exciting here. It's gonna be close on fuel for these guys. I think they're gonna have to make one more stop to the end after their current stop that they're on. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of things here in the closing laps. Ooh, 1747 right there for a moment.
Oh boy.
Nice save. Here comes the 25. He's going to try to make it 3 wide.
Oh, and I thought he was going to squeeze the 94.
And shout out to the 94 there of Corey Addon, working his way up through this field. 11th up to that 6th spot. Logan going from 20th to 5th. Trevor Klein from 28th to 8th there in the 55 truck.
Huge moves.
Kind of got his cloaking device on there in the 55.
And speaking of Klein, he is our biggest mover, plus 20.
Yeah, plus 20 so far. A lot of guys that started like 31st and they're on back, they're kind of just biding their time. So I think that biggest mover is going to change a lot here coming to the end of this race.
Absolutely. It's Campbell.
Oh!
Okay.
More trucks getting moved.
All right, regroup. You know, not for nothing, that inside lane, even though that happened...
Hope you got your brown pants on.
Even though that happened, they didn't really lose any momentum. As you can see, Corson really in the outside lane try to side draft.
Yeah, he's trying to side draft. The 47's trying to make sure he doesn't get pushed by the 25. Because that's the last thing you want to do here at Daytona or Talladega here, AJ, is pushing the pusher. Don't want to push that second truck in line there.
You don't know how many times I've heard that just being in race discords, listening to drivers talk.
Us in particular.
You know, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Seems like we have to remind our guys all the time because we have a lot of aggressive plate drivers on our team where it happens from time to time.
Well, this time by cross flags in the air from Barney the Flagman to the field halfway. I can hear Bon Jovi now.
That is a very good race whisperer. Wow, that's tough. That's one for the memes. Y'all be paying attention to that one. Anyways, he just said the 25 is going to end up wrecking the field if he keeps pushing as aggressively as he is. But he's up there on the third line all by himself now, so we'll see if anybody goes with him. I don't think there's really going to be that many people that decide to do that.
I don't think so either, but to his credit, that 25, it's worked for him more than it hasn't. He has gained positions using the runs he gets, then
94 and the 25 had a major side draft there.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to hurt him. As I just said, it's worked more than not for him using that third lane.
Yeah, and it's going to cost him here a couple of spots here, but I think he's going to end up being okay. Look at the 17 and the 23. I just want to mention they have been putting on a whooping here. First this stage so far. 25 is going to pit. I think he's going to be the only one, AJ.
That's going to be sketchy, especially for that 25.
Well, and I haven't mentioned this yet, but I'm going to talk about it here. Pit lane, pit entry in particular, it's like going off of the interstate and hitting the drive-through window at McDonald's. So the rate of speed that you really have to slow down going from 190 to 60, that is a big, big change. And it looks like there is one other taker there with that 25. Adam Capps there in the 2 truck.
Yeah, both of them hitting pit road. They're going to be at a significant disadvantage. With just the 2 of them, as Sean Garrett's going to pop the apron from a push from the 23.
Yeah, and it's going to be very, very sketchy there as the fuel load gets lighter to keep pushing like they have been. So they're really going to have to watch the pushing.
Down and away, Koger
2
and
the 25
Caps.
are together. They are gone.
Just fuel.
If they could stay together, I think they'll be okay, AJ, but they will definitely lose a lap. 10-second pit stop there for Logan and a 12-second pit stop for Adam. I think they took 2. That is my guess based on the time of that pit stop there.
Gonna jump up to the Wrestling with Nerds blimp cam so I can show you guys. That's not the blimp cam. That's the blimp cam.
Oops.
Everybody has, for the most part, moved to that inside lane.
Well, you know what that means, AJ.
We're about to see some pit stops, but look at the run. Daniel Krim and Corey Agnon. They're about to have some help. The 49,
yeah, the 94,
Valentin.
the 49, 86, 47, all right here.
I thought we were about to have some takers, and we do. Ed Moritz, Mike Rominger, Thwaites, and Ed Morris Sr. all hitting pit road together.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. The Primetime Boys, they like to keep their strategy together, and that's what they've done here. Ed Morris coming in, the 9 of Rominger, the 12 of Thwaites, 28 of Ed Sr. I think we're going to have a few more takers here. I think this is where we're going to see most of the pack pitting this time. You have the 10. You're probably going to have the 17, the 23. Since they're all affiliated, they're all probably going to come down here and pit.
Oh, here
20's
comes
coming
the
down
cavalry.
the road. We got a lot of takers. That 10 did not make the
23.
speed. That 10 is going to have a speeding penalty.
And the 23
Yep,
locks
got
it
the
up.
speeding penalty. The 26 got a speeding penalty. The 23 locked it up coming into the pits.
How many
you guys
speeding
really need to work
penalties?
2 at least. Yep, 26 and the 10. The
Ouch.
77 has. He's also got a black flag. What happened to Caleb here? He's got a meatball flag. Did he hit somebody coming in? Did he get collected in the 23's deal there?
I don't think
Sure
so.
did. He smacked that 23. It tore up his left front fender all to heck. Unfortunate circumstance for the 77 there. Probably tore up the left front suspension on that truck. We got more takers. Oh, everybody's around. The 55 is in it. At the entrance of pit road here.
That's Trevor Klein. See if we can back that up for the wonderful people at home.
35 misses pit stall. Caleb Bacon.
Oh, he's gonna have to go all the way around, or did he back up and go into it?
He backed up. He just overshot it by a little bit, but every second counts on pit road, AJ.
Oh, there goes the 55.
And he got. I thought the 35 was going to spin it right there. Very, very sketchy at that point of pit road coming out of the pits like that.
You ain't kidding.
You want to make sure that you're straight. before you smack the gas like John Force.
And here comes Parker Landolt all by himself.
Oh, that did not work out for Parker there.
No, it didn't.
Wonder if he missed his stall entirely there, or if this was intentional.
Ed Morris in the 7, along with Rominger waits, and also Dalton Fredericks using that high lane and moving.
He's hanging on the back of that prime time train.
Oh, that thing punches a big enough hole. He's got the draft, and he can catch right back up to him.
Oh, yeah. Even though there's only 4 of them versus the rest of the pack, where there's multitudes of trucks there, I think that second pack is going to catch him here pretty fast. Yeah, it looks like Dalton's kind of not in their draft at the moment.
Me staying within that 4 to 5 tenths. I think he's got it. I think he's just being very careful with it.
Yeah, well, if he lifts or anything, he's going to be out of it pretty doggone fast. So he's going to have to watch his gaps there. But the 17 and all these guys back here, the 4 of Matt Cochran, the 35, the 15, everybody up here. We got a line here of about 8 or so trucks. If they all can get together and piled up tight, I think they're going to catch these guys pretty quick.
Yeah, we're going to jump on board with the driver, the number 4, Chi-Chi's.
Chi-Chi's! Let's talk about the Chi-Chi's. That's a good salsa, by the way.
On board with Matt Cochran. And you can't see anything. That is such a scary...
He's going to have nightmares about Hutch PC and Extreme Motorsports, let me tell you. Yeah, definitely. You have a lot of trust in the guy in front of you there, for sure. They are catching the 26 here and the 20 and the primetime train, for lack of a better term. 10 truck is a lap down, and so is the 26. They were speeding on pit road. So the 26 is going to go to the top of the racetrack here to get out of the way.
They absolutely need a caution.
Yes, they do. And they need one badly. Very much bad.
Sooner rather than later as well.
And same with the 48, because he's about to go a lap down. I think he had his own issues getting on pit road as well. Yeah, first race of the season, so I don't think I think these guys need to put a little more emphasis on their pit road entry and exit here.
Well, it's
for next week. What do you think?
It's a very difficult pit road to get on, especially at speed and around other trucks.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so as of now, AJ, that 10 of Ben Corson, he is the first truck a lap down. He would be the lucky dog candidate. That second place for the lucky dog position, if you will, is Paul Irvin, and then he's got Vidal right behind him. All on the same 1 lap down, battling for that lucky dog position.
Yeah, if you're looking at it, you have no clue who's a lap down or not. Because they're just mixed in right with the lead lap trucks.
Well, I think Sean knows that the 10's a lap down, but he doesn't really care. He's going to push him all the way to front, give himself to the lead.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't care. If you can get me, if you can get me to the front, you could be 30 laps down. I don't care.
Yes. Absolutely. To answer your question, Jacob, we are going to Chicagoland Speedway next week. Good old Chicago. Going to be a night race for these guys. Speedway, Illinois has been thrown around a couple of times already there.
Uh-huh.
Not by me. I did not say it in the chat. I'm just repeating what Golf McLaren F1 said.
Yeah. Joe had a bad day. I'll give it to him.
Iowa, Talladega, Mississippi. Oh boy, now they're making fun of you.
Fastest lap of the race goes to Daniel Krim, a 46.22.
Yep, a 46.222 to be exact.
Amazing how much draft these trucks get.
Yeah, it'll really pick up speed, that is for sure. And the further you're back in the pack, the faster you're going to go.
Gary, for the first time this season, why don't we crank it up? Brought to you by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast.
I like it. Let's do it.
And we are back. Hope you enjoyed that little Crank It Up, brought to you by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. New episode this Saturday afternoon. Myself and TJ Barnier breaking down the World of Wrestling in 1997 of August. I got SummerSlam with WWF, and he's doing something with Monday Night Nitro in their pay-per-view. Vote for me.
Okay. Vote for me, he says.
Like the old Vote for Pedro shirts from Napoleon Dynamite almost 30 years ago.
Hey, I've seen a lot of those shirts in my lifetime. You know, maybe we should vote for Pedro in November.
Oh, jeez, no. Let's not do that.
I'm just kidding, folks. I'm just kidding. We're here to talk about racing.
Valentin up towards the front. That 49 up 20 spots in the lead on the outside, being pushed by the 92 of Dustin Carroll, who's up 28 spots.
Yes, up 28 spots. He is he's making his rounds and ready to make it happen. Up in that third position. Looks like all the Carroll's racing machines are pretty much together at this point. They've been trying it all day.
That 48's a lap down.
Yeah, well, you know, at least they're together. The 48, the 92, the 29, and the 4.
Well,
so that's all the way back there somewhere.
That 10 could very much end up being lapped again. He's the first truck on that inside lane, the number 10, Nerds Doing Nerd Things, Chevy Silverado. Anybody passes him, he immediately becomes a lap down.
But I just don't see Sean being in any big of a hurry to lap him.
Not yet.
Not yet. I think it's going to get to a point where if it's late in the race, the lappers just need to let the leaders race it out, so to speak.
As we're already coming to lap 70, just 2 laps away. Gary, this has been a very, very interesting, very strategic race. A lot of teammates working together. But we've also seen some strange bedfellows with some non-team drivers.
Yes, and we're starting to get down to the point here. 30 laps to go, AJ. Your friends, as Mike Joy used to say on Fox all the time, your friends are where you find them at this point. Teammates are, we're getting to that point in the race, AJ, where teammates are starting to go out the window and you're just kind of pushing whoever's in front of you so you can gain the advantage in the long run.
I mean, you have the 17 and the 10, they're sister teams, basically, with Warrior Enterprises and Crimson Knight Esports. The 35 and 15 are two teammates, so they're together. That's Access Racing Team. And then you got Carroll's Racing with the 92, 48, and the 2, and the 29 on the outside. So the teams have found each other.
And you got the primetime guys right here, the 7, the 9, and the 12 right here, there too. Primetime Motorsports with those guys right there. So a lot of team racing going on.
And I'm waiting to see if that dissolves when we get closer to the finish.
Yep, absolutely. So let me kind of explain. There's a question out here in the chat, wishing that they knew what was going on. So Ben had a speeding penalty. That is true. That did happen. So he got a 40-second hold, and that did put him a lap down. Basically, what's happened here is he has worked his way to the front, and he has earned his lap back the old-fashioned way. So he is at the tail end of the lead lap as we speak. So he is in position, if you will, to just go around the pace car if the caution were to come out. But he is not leading the race because of that speeding penalty. So he is migrated back to that 24th spot. In the meantime, his sister teammate there in the number 17, Sean Garrett, is the leader of the race. And he is just going to push his teammate for as long as he sees fit. So probably going to be the rest of the race if I was Sean. But yeah, so that's just kind of how it's going here. However, if that 10 truck does get past, he will fall a lap down. He'll fall a lap down, and he'll be a lap off the pace. If the caution comes out, if he's the first truck a lap down, he'll get his lap back. So that's, in a nutshell, what's going on.
You explained it 10 times better than I ever could.
Well, sometimes it takes me a lap or two to get it out, as you guys heard there, but just something to keep in mind as we move forward into this race here.
The leader is pushing him.
Yes, pretty much, and he's on the lead lap until the caution comes out or until the end of the race. So, I mean, that's just kind of where he is. I don't. Daytona's kind of weird here with Extreme, AJ. Sometimes we use all of our green light checkers at the end of these things. Sometimes we run them all the way out to the end. It just kind of depends on what's happening and what's in the air that night.
You had to say something. You had to do the old broadcaster's curse.
Oh, I didn't say the word.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
I didn't say the TJ word. We all know his word, folks. If you are a avid listener on All Star 15 TV, we know the word that he says every Monday night. He's in the booth.
Yep.
Yeah. Chaos.
Let's real fast run through some of the drivers in that top 10 as they're about to put Anthony Campbell
around the field here. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, Sean Garrett in that number 17 on the inside lane, your current race leader. Mikhail Valentin. Oh, as we have a truck spinning.
Oh, we got a truck, the 45, I think. I think that was the 45. It looked like the 45.
Oh, bad push. Oh, he got airborne.
Yeah, he did.
Good save.
He had a bad push and he got airborne.
Great save for the 45.
I thought he was going to have a blowover like Chase Briscoe.
Very much thought that was going to happen. But your top 10, this is how it looks as they run right now. There goes the 17.
Oh, there's your caution. Who's in it?
Everybody.
Oh, no, not the 17. No.
Everybody.
Oh, the 17 got right reared. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, the 10 gets his lap back. He's back in this thing now. And the boys back at the shop are going cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Netcode is an arch nemesis again here, AJ. Look at that between the 17 and the 49. Plenty of daylight in between those two trucks.
Oh, there he goes. Oh.
Yeah, and that's just going to involve a lot of trucks there. As long as the 10 didn't get any incident points from that, he should be our lucky dog candidate here.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, we got a few drivers with the meatball flag, the 49, the 48, the 17, the 92. By the way, guys, the meatball flag, as I like to call it, that is a black flag with an orange circle. And that means you have to come down pit road, you got too much damage.
We're slowing it down so everybody can get a nice look at it. 92, Dustin Carroll involved, the 15.
Well, the 10's not going to be the lucky dog. I don't know who is, because the 48 was involved in the incident. So I guess it's going to be Campbell?
Matt Cochran got popped. The 21 also gets hit.
Yeah, you'd have to go through the list, AJ, of who didn't get hit.
You're right.
Yeah, the 4 unfortunately piles into the 17 there. Just a tough break here. I'm going back and watching the replay now on the stream here.
Wow. Well, it's feeding time.
Yeah, and this changes the pit strategy, so we're good for the rest of the race here on fuel, AJ, and that also means we might be able to put in a green-white checker if these guys fill up their tanks all the way.
All right, everybody.
It looks like the 26 is going to be your free pass beneficiary here.
Joshua Vital. All right, everybody, you're watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the XMS RICMOTECH Truck Series live from the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway. We are just about 24 laps remaining. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to step away, going to say hi to the sponsors, throw them a little airtime. But when we return, it'll be the green flag with just about 20 laps remaining. We'll be right back, everybody.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are live at the World Center of Racing under caution for the third time this evening. About to go green. Bacon, Opplinger, Krim, Turner, Cochran, your top five. About to go racing.
And it's about to be really, really intense here. Green flag in the air.
You ain't kidding. Pay window is open. They can see the finish. 22 laps remaining. And that has completely changed everything. Oh, there goes the 35. He's going to get kicked out of line on the apron.
And he's going to save it. How did he do it?
Justin Opplinger is your race leader on the inside. Aiden Turner, Matt Cochran, Brandon Griffiths, and...
there's a problem with that 35. He's only going 40 miles an hour. And he stopped on the exit of 2, and he's out of here. All right.
I don't know what happened to that 35.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either. 51 and the 15, though. 2 teammates. Here they are.
You have Cochran and Griffiths right behind them. Corson.
And that's going to be the first lap that Opplinger has led tonight.
Corson, from being the last car on the lead lap to running 5th. What a turn of events for that number 10.
Yeah, he has definitely put himself back in position to win this thing. He just needs to... Well, he doesn't really need to go anywhere. He's already back up to that 5th position, so... And we've got 21 trucks, AJ, on the lead lap at this point.
Yes, we do, and that 4 of Matt Cochran jumps right in front of the 10 and that outside lane. And there goes the 51 as well.
Here comes the 51 with the block. 50 miles to go, AJ. 50.
Those are going to get very much a lot more last second. That was nice. That was a good block. We're going to see some nasty blocks in just a little bit.
Yeah, I think those are going to get more and more aggressive, and I think these guys are going to be not lifting here in these next few laps. Look at the 4 and the 51 working down to the bottom. 10's going to follow here.
The 15 popped the apron going into 3.
Yeah, that's going to happen. I think we're going to see more and more guys pop the apron as we get further on into this deal here. But for the most part, everybody keeping it cool.
As we are 2 by 2 as far as the eye can see. Opplinger currently your race leader on that inside lane. You have the 15 of Aiden Turner on the outside.
So the only thing that I could think of here, AJ, of what happened to that 35, I did hear a pop in the engine. So maybe that 35 did a money shift, as we like to call it here. Blew the engine.
Yes, no bueno.
Yeah, definitely no bueno for sure.
And I feel bad for the wonderful people that have to work on that truck this week and get it ready for Chicagoland next week. A blown motor is a pain in the butt to fix.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to have their hands full back at the shop. Hopefully, if it's just a motor for just restricted plate racing, they will have that thing ready to go for Talladega here in about 9 weeks' time. Well, 9 races' time. A little more than 9 weeks. Thanks to the holidays and everything of that nature. But hey,
look at the run. Corson back up to the point on the outside lane.
He's going to go to that outside. It's going to give him the lead for now. They're coming up on the 69 to Hunter Hastings.
What a complete turn of events for that 10. Holy
yeah,
cow.
he went from being last truck on the lead lap now back to the lead. Oh, we got a big one. Oh, the 10's in it. 15's in it. A lot of people in it.
As I was just about to show the 10 on the driver cam. Apparently, I picked a really bad time to do that.
It came up on that 69 truck. And, oh, the 15 and the 51. Did they net code again? I swear, there must be something wrong with my connection.
What
Oh, man. They were just
happened
trying to
here?
avoid the 69 there of Hunter Hastings going another lap down. And
Oh.
there was contact, and then goes everybody.
That 10 doesn't look awful. That left side's a little caved in, but it doesn't look horrible. The back ends run through pretty good.
Yeah, I think they might chalk that one up as a racing deal there. People just trying to get out of the way of other people. The 10 does have some damage on that rear end, though.
Gonna take a look
He's,
at this from the spotter cam, Gary, and throw it in slow
He's
motion.
he's going to want to take a look at that truck and bring it in for repairs. As long as he's still at 1,180 RPMs,
Oh,
he is going to be... Yeah, 54, nowhere to go. A lot of guys know where to go in this wreck.
Oh, no. Rominger is looking straight at the inside wall.
Yeah, he's looking straight at the inside wall. The 7 of Ed Morris gets collected in this.
Caleb Lamb also kills the inside wall. You see the 23 of Anthony Campbell also involved.
Yeah, that's gonna involve a lot of trucks. There goes the 9 taking the is that the 9 taking the Kyle Busch path?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, so did the 77. Oh.
A lot of trucks involved in that lap 83 wreck. 2 big ones back to back, Gary.
We're gonna run out of trucks.
Oh, then they're all gonna have to get out of the truck and run.
That's right. That's right. Well, it looks pits are open. I don't think you're really going to be a taker unless you've got damage on your truck.
Bogar, Corson, Caps, Thwaites, Darnell, Vital, Morris Sr., Carroll, Turner, Morris, Campbell, all hitting pit road. But we were already good to the finish on fuel for a lot of these trucks.
Yeah, we were, and we'll continue to be good on fuel. I think some of these guys are going to be saving a little bit more gas for sure. Just in case there's a GWC. You never know. We get 2 of those here at Extreme Motorsports, so something that these guys will have to follow. But yeah, a lot of these guys that are on pit road right now, AJ, they are just repairing the damages.
15 to go. Glad to have you all here tonight, this evening, on All-Star 15 TV, the XMS RICMOTECH Truck Series season opening race from the World Center of Racing Daytona International Speedway. What a heck of an event we've had so far. Go back and watch it. Throw it on your DVR. Just put it in your watch laters. It has been absolutely crazy. Sean Garrett winning the first stage of the season and then wrecking out right around lap 75. All due to netcode, but just an absolute insane race. Back-to-back 2 big wrecks, Gary.
Yeah, back-to-back 2 big wrecks, but, you know, that's part of this restrictor plate racing that we see at Daytona. Things like that, they tend to happen sometimes, so. But, you know, nonetheless, good to see that everybody, you know, is good. We got no wrist injuries. I know it's sim racing, but some of these guys, you know, with their wheels and stuff, you could break a wrist or break a finger if your wheels caught the wrong way, and it takes your finger with you. But the Chi-Chi's truck, AJ, Chi-Chi's out front.
Up front, Matt Cochran.
I want to talk about the Chi-Chi's truck.
Well, give me a sec, and we will, as I'm gonna turn around.
Let's pull up that driver cam too. Let's see what he's thinking about. Maybe he's joking around under the caution. Let's pull up that driver cam. No, Dale. The 51 did not get penalized. He just wanted to fall to the back, I guess. So he went down pit road to top off on fuel and repair damages. But no, the 51 did not get penalized. It was the 15 that got penalized.
And listen to that. The 4 killing the motor.
Yeah, and that's just maximum fuel saving. You try to take advantage of the fuel savings anytime that you can, especially at Daytona. So definitely another one of those tools that the driver has to work with. Punching in the clutch, turning off the engine, just clutching and coasting. We'll see a lot of drivers doing that close to the end of this thing here, and we will be 13 laps to go when we take the green here, AJ.
Harper in the YouTube chat, thank you for subscribing. Glad to have you here tonight. That 23 involved in the last incident is sitting 23rd, 1 lap down. Has a little bit of damage due to the last incident.
But they are working on it. I believe he's back out now, so
yeah,
it's not over. And that 23 looks good as new.
Yeah, when it comes to these super speedways, it's not over until that checkered flag falls, as we are just about to go green. There it is, green flag back in the air, and we have 13 laps remaining.
Yep, 12 laps of racing to go here at Daytona, and as we've been saying here, the last 20 laps, it's going to get more and more intense, and I think this is when you're really going to start to see it. Look at Parker Landolt up there, leading that outside lane now. He's going to be coming down the back straightaway here.
Yeah, he's being pushed by Dalton Fredericks. Dalton, a very good plate racer and a very aggressive plate racer.
It's his time to shine. And he's a very good pusher as well, so he's going to be trying to push that 86 truck that forward to the front.
And if that 86 can't hold it, Dalton will definitely foxhole him.
Oh yeah, he will definitely leave him hanging out to dry and pull the parachute on that 86 truck. That is for sure.
And right about now is the time you're going to start seeing that.
Yeah, look at that 74, Jake Bustos. He started 32nd all the way up to 6th here, AJ.
He is moving as Caleb Lamb with an issue.
Yeah, it might be related to the truck there, unfortunately, for that 77. I think that truck is about to give up on him.
Parker drops down to the inside, leaving Dalton Fredericks to be pushed by that 74 on the outside.
And good to see Jake Bustos back in Extreme Motorsports. Oh, 7 saves it, I think.
Oh, boy. Out of 4,
that's not
it
7.
was really sketchy.
I think that was the 25. Oh, yes, the 25 was black flag. He'll have to serve a penalty there, and he is.
Looking at just 11 to go. You have to go all the way back to the 13th position to see from first to a second back. And
Yep.
of course, and sitting in that 13th position with some damage, but as he's hitting the parachute, does he also have a black flag, Gary, or is something broken on that
No,
down?
the 10's all good. He does not have a black flag. The 10, though, he's got a black flag. I'm not sure what for, but he's got one.
Yeah, we just saw the 10 get out of line, entering 3, and head right towards pit road.
Here comes the 74 down to the bottom, and he's going to leave Dalton out to dry. He's going to try and take the lead of this thing. Good to see Bustos back here in Extreme Motorsports. Even though it is only part-time for him this season, he is back in it, and he said he is ready to race. So, yep, current service member, former admin of the league, so good to see him back in it and running up front when it counts here at the end of this thing. So we'll see what he can do here.
Yeah, that 74 started on the last row of the field.
Back row Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, back row Jake.
And he's made it all the way back up to that front spot.
Yeah, he has. And he is currently scored in second there. Dalton beat him by 42 one-thousandths of a second coming to the line.
Stay tuned. After this race hits checkered, we'll talk to our podium finishers and then preview Chicagoland next week. Fredericks, Bustos, sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Was that a Bustos and Bazooka combined there?
Yeah, because he's a rocket.
Rocket Man. Let's see. Is he going to lead this lap? I think he's going to, AJ. He got it. Oh, the 94. Oh. Okay, they save it. Okay, we're running out of trucks, guys. Stop wrecking. I saw that 94 get real close to that Ford truck just now.
Cautious laughter.
Made me a little bit nervous. Here comes the 4. He's going to take the momentum that he's got here. He's going to try to go to the front. He's got the 20 pushing him now.
Yeah, we know that 4. Oh, hell of a bump from Fredericks.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a big bump. He did not want the 4 to do that, so he's going to give him a big old push here. The 4 and the 74 are going to be side by side off the 4, AJ.
Stay away from that right rear.
That is the no-no square.
Surprised cars and trucks don't have like a little sign that says, push here, don't push here.
Oh, I've joked about putting that on my car a few times.
7 to go and pure pandemonium on the racetrack.
Look at the 32, the Trenton Branson. We haven't talked about him all night. Started 30th up to that 6th spot. Another one of those guys that was back there with Bustos here at the beginning of the race. Now he's up front where it counts. Some of these guys are choosing to avoid the chaos early and made a great decision in doing so. So we're seeing a lot of guys that haven't been up front all night. Now they're starting to make their way towards the front here. 6 laps of racing to go this time.
Gary, a little bit of fun knowledge for you, since I know you like that kind of stuff. Our top 8 positions are all positive drivers, positive position drivers.
Oh, we got a crash. Big crash here. 47's in it. 2's in it. 28's in it. 7's in it. We got a
still wrecking.
Big crash. They're still wrecking.
Oh, there goes the 23. He gets collected at the end of it.
Oh, not Subway.
Oh, and then T-boned by Daniel Krim.
Oh, he's not going to be eating fresh tonight, let me tell you. Maybe fresh veggies.
Through a straw.
Oh, yeah. Big one here. Looks like it starts with the 2 and the 12 here.
That's the Adam Capps truck.
Oh, looks like the 12
Jumping
may have
from the
gotten
blip
turned
cam.
by the 47 here.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, the 12 kind of come up, it looks like here.
Another big wreck, and this is going to bring us to a couple laps to go.
Big crash. A lot of trucks involved in this one. I didn't think we had enough trucks left.
Well, they were all in that.
Yes, very much so.
Let's slow it down for everybody watching at home with our high-speed camera on the inside of the track. The 47 turns the 12, clipping the 2. The 28 gets involved. The 7, the 69, 51, the 21. Looks like the 23 is going to get involved as well. Yeah, there goes the 23.
Hate to see that.
Oh, and a second hit for the 23.
I think we are going to see some overtime.
Yeah? I wouldn't be surprised. Granted, we'll go green with right around, 2 to go? So you'll get the green-white checkered. Thank you to everybody watching, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or TikTok. hit that like, follow, hit that subscribe button. We are just a couple of subscribers on YouTube away from hitting another milestone. That's 500 on the road to 1,000. But while we were under,
there's Scott. The 12 definitely, I think, owned that for sure. He hasn't really said much, but that is definitely on the 12, in my opinion, if I was at Abbott, but I'm not. So we will just let them make the decision. Here we go.
Gary's listening to the ruling, and he will report back.
They are calling that a racing incident between the 12 and the 47. No penalties, which, I don't know. You could go either way there. I'm sure the 12 and the 47 would like to speak with the admins after the race on that one, maybe. But they plainly called that a racing incident, which, I mean, at the end of the day, kind of was there. But I do agree with your point of view there, Scott. You can't really cheat the entry going into 1 or going into 3 when you're 3 wide. That is for sure. And the 12 did move up quite a bit there, according to the replay that we saw. But again, admins came to an agreement that is just a racing incident.
All right, and before we go green, Gary, we're going to step away one more time to say hello to Extreme Scoring.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We are back, 5th caution of the race. We're going to get a green, white, checkered, but without an attempt. Cochran, Bustos, your front row. Fredericks, Landa, here we go. Cochran with a heck of a launch.
Oh, I think you got too good of a jump there, AJ.
Yeah, that's going to open up a huge door. Oh, it might just work out.
It might work out, but I think that 74, as soon as there's a run here at the XO2, I think he's going to take it. I think the 20 is going to go with him.
I think
everybody's kind of peeking to see what everybody's going to do here. Somebody's going to have to make a move.
That outside lane is starting to build with
the 10 truck of all things. Look at
Corson.
that.
And there goes the 20. 20 to the outside, being pushed by the 74. Down into turn 3. Dalton Fredericks to the point, being pushed by Bustos.
Coming to the lead on the white flag lap. Will he come back and see the checkered flag? White flag this time, AJ.
Yeah, white flag in the air, brought to you by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. That inside lane not put together whatsoever, but they do have a full head of steam right behind the 10 of Corson. That outside lane,
And
though.
they're 3 wide here in the middle. We got the 45, the 25, the 10. Here comes the 45 down to the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah, I think he waited a little too long.
He's going to have a run, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Here comes the 10. The 94 is wrecked.
The 94
He's up
is
and
upside
over.
down.
There's a blowover. We got a big one here. They're still not done wrecking. Oh, here comes the 45 and the 74. The 74 gets wrecked.
What a save by the 74. That's going to cause
It's
a
going to
stack
be
up
a no
behind him.
contest. Here comes Dalton Fredericks. He's going to come to the line, and he's going to win at Daytona. Who's going to finish second? It's going to be a photo finish. Matt Cochran up and over. The 4 is going to finish in second. Logan Koger's going to finish in third. And a big, big crash at the start-finish line.
What a finish for the 250 this evening. Fredericks, Cochran, Koger. But Gary, I think we got to go back and watch a couple of those last lap wrecks. Looking for the 94 of Corey Adnan. He's oh. Then we gotta jump to Matt Cochran because this is wild. That 4 is sitting 6th. Gets a heck of a run off of the 74 who goes spinning to the inside. He's then gonna get turned by the 25 across the line. But Dalton Fredericks, the first race of the season, is burning it down in the grass. Your race winner. Wow. Well, Gary, we wanted chaos. We got chaos, and we got a heck of a memorable finish. That whole last lap, I had no clue who was going to win. Dalton did have the point for the most of it, but that inside lane was getting moving until the 45, 70, 74 get together. Wow.
Yeah, what a finish to that race, huh? That was, if you wanted chaos, you got your chaos. That is for sure. And, of course, we're going to interview our podium finishers here in a moment, AJ. It looks like we got 2 out of the 3 in the staging room already.
Just waiting for Logan Kogar. But what a finish. I mean, if we can get this kind of action for the season, we are in for a heck of a show all season long. Well, let's start with our P3 finisher. I will get him, Gary. It's the driver, the number 25, Logan Kogar, coming home 3rd this evening. Dude, getting to it. I didn't know you were gonna come across the line 3rd. That was just a heck of heck of a run with you, and just keeping your foot in it. What a race! What a last lap!
Yeah, it was wild the entire race. I mean, I had to come all the way from 20th there with like 5 to go, and got cycled all the way back up to 8th, and thought we had a shot at winning the thing on the back stretch, but unfortunately the contact with, I think, the 94 kind of cost us there, but definitely was a good run and a great way to start the season.
Yeah, with how the race went, we had a couple green flag pit stops. We had some big ones. What was your mindset, and how did you maneuver through those big ones to put yourself into a opportunity for a win or podium finish as what you ended up with?
Well, a lot of it was lucking out, I guess, being in the back, kind of most of that last stage, and then wait until the very end there to get a good run to get up to 3rd there.
All right, dude. Well, we go to Chicagoland Speedway next week in Joliet, Illinois. You can't take anything from Daytona to there outside of the momentum of having a good finish here. What are we expecting from that 25 next week?
Chicago is a good track for me, especially with the trucks. I mean, I think we can replicate it, maybe get a win, so that'd be nice.
And before we let you go, any sponsors that we're going to see on that 25 once that paint gets approved?
Maybe eventually. Right now, we're going to run sponsorless.
All right, dude. Well, congratulations on the podium finish. We'll see you next week at Chicagoland Speedway.
Thank you. You too.
All right, that's Logan Kogar finishing in that third position. Gary, take P2.
The Chi-Chi's truck. Hey, Matt, how's it going, buddy? P2
Hey.
here tonight. I thought you were going to win the darn thing until the last restart happened. You got too good of a jump there, but talk about what you were thinking there, that last restart. The 20 definitely didn't go with you.
No, we were just talking about it, and I've worked with the 20 in the duels, and he showed me out to that big lead there we had that final caution, and I was like, all right. And then I knew he was one heck of a pusher, so I was going to try to work with him and figure we'd get up towards the front. And like I just told him, if he could cut down in front of me, I'd have shoved him to the win too. But he ended up winning in the end, so.
Well, I mean, good race all night long. I mean, you definitely are the definition of biding your time there. Talk about what your moves were, just the whole race. It definitely seemed like you were taking a very conservative approach.
Well, I got unlinked from my teammates early in the race, and I just kind of fell back and was watching people and made it through a couple of cautions, and one of them happened right in front of me, and I thought the whole front end was gone, but it was a ghost caution in front of me, so I had no damage all night, and I was just like, I'm just going to ride, guys. And then when they all got taken out and they were all going to the back, I was like, no, I'm going to the front now. I was like, that's where I want to be. That's the safest place to be.
Absolutely. Well, next week we go to Chicagoland Speedway in Speedway, Illinois, as we like to give AJ a hard time about Speedway, Illinois.
You have no idea.
Talk about your chances there next week. It's going to be a night race at Chicagoland. What do you think about that racetrack, and what do you think of your chances going into this thing?
No, I like Chicagoland. I feel like this is a very strong competitive league, so anywhere is a good finish week in and week out. I'm going to try to fight for a top 10, maybe in the top 5. I got some real strong teammates, so Paul's really hard to beat, and my goal is just to finish around him sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, any last shout outs or thank yous you want to give as we let you go celebrate P2?
Yeah, RICMOTECH for sponsorship, Carroll's Racing, Darnell Racing, everybody on my team, you guys in the broadcast booth. I watch y'all even while I'm at work sometimes just to rewatch the race. Just everybody.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming up in here, take the time to talk to us, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
All right, guys. That's Matt Cochran, and AJ is caught up with our winner, Dalton Fredericks.
Dalton, holy cow. That restart all the way to you coming home with that checkered. You threw the 4 out there. You get by him. Break down what brought you to this win tonight. Dalton?
Sorry, my mic was muted.
Well, I hope you still heard everything because I completely forgot what I just said.
I did. I got you covered. No, our All-Star 15 TV Ford F-150 was very fast tonight. We struggled at the beginning because I had some graphics issues. Didn't have enough cars on the track to be able to see what was going on behind me. So that first caution, we had to fix that. But we made our way throughout the pack the rest of the race. And I knew that top side would be the way to go at the end there. And when I had the chance and I saw the run coming behind me, I decided to take it, and we were able to defend from there. So super proud of our guys at Team GTS. Thanks, Krim, for spotting me there at the end of the race after you were wrecked out, unfortunately. But yeah, that was a good race.
Yeah, it was it was an intense race. We saw a lot of 2, a lot of 3 wide tonight. But we're going to Chicagoland Speedway and night race next week. I know it's another track that you you're really good at, because you're good at a lot of these tracks. I've seen you race for what feels like 3 or 4 years now. What are we expecting with the 20 there next week?
Yeah, hopefully decent pace throughout the race. Keep it clean and be there at the end of the race like we did this week. So yeah, hopefully we can talk to you guys again.
Well, I appreciate you having All-Star 15 TV on the hood. But talk about the other sponsors of you and your race team.
I'd also like to thank Daniel Krim at Team GTS for the help he's given me, all the work that we did together. Also, Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, BMS, Hutch PC Custom Computers, Phantom Power Racing, RICMOTECH. Thank you guys for sponsoring our series this season. Again, thank you guys. Thank you, Gary and AJ for broadcasting this race. And again, hopefully I can see you guys next week.
All right, Dalton. Great job. Congrats on the win. And who knows, maybe we'll talk to you next week, whether it's a pole, a stage, or a podium finish.
All right, that's the winner.
What a race, dude. What a barn burner of a race.
Yeah, it was action-packed all the way from beginning to end, especially those last 2 laps there. No green-white checking either for this one, AJ, but a lot of good racing there at the end, a couple of wrecks, but you're going to have that with Daytona. 94 took a wild ride, the Ford took a wild ride, but next week we kind of settle into the schedule, AJ. We go to some intermediates here next on the schedule before we hit our first road course. So going to be an interesting next couple of weeks. We're going to find out who's really going to be the contenders and who's going to be the pretenders.
Absolutely. Well, for everybody watching at home, if you're interested in the truck series, the XMS RICMOTECH truck series, same bat time, same bat place next Tuesday night. But we're doing this all again tomorrow with the Xfinity series. And in the booth, I'll have Mike Campiggio and Mr. Subway himself, Anthony Campbell. So 8:35 Eastern start time. Be there, be squared, and everybody stay safe, stay cool, and glad to have you here this evening. Hit that like button, subscribe. Go buy a t-shirt. Gary, great job. We'll see everybody next week. Deuces.
We'll see you at Speedway Illinois. And Scott, keep being stupid in the chat.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.